Greetings to all the viewers. Today we have with us Dr. Ritu Gilotra. Professor Gilotra's area of expertise and interest is pharmaceutics and drug delivery. Professor Gilotra has over 17 years of teaching, research, and academic administration experience in higher education. She is currently working as a dean and professor in Gyan Vihar School of Pharmacy. Her research is focused on the design and development of polymer-based delivery systems that can increase solubility, modify the pharmacokinetic pattern, reduce toxicity, and increase the efficacy of different therapeutic agents. The ongoing research projects in her laboratory include development of novel polymeric nanocarriers and stimulus responsive gels for application in cancer, chemo, and immunotherapy, and delivery of anti inflammatory agents. She has made more than 200 scholarly contributions, including nearly 80 peer reviewed research papers, two books, several abstracts, and numerous conference presentations. She is an inventor in five patent applications on novel polymer based formulation for drug delivery. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Kushal.
So, I'm going ahead with the interview. The first question I would like to ask you is, being the pro-president at Suresh Gyanvihar University, what is your philosophy of leadership and how would you describe your leadership style?
So, thank you so much for asking me this question. So, I would like to actually share that for me, being a leader, it's not much of a privilege, but it's more of an opportunity to contribute to the organization three times than anyone else is doing, and that's how the leaders lead by example. In today's scenario of the academic administration, people need to be trained and they need to be made more aware of the new tools and technologies of education. And we need to remain very, very advanced and ahead of time. All this needs a very methodological planning, which start with the clear conviction in the vision of the institution. If the leader is not one with the organization, the objectives are difficult to achieve. And then bringing everyone on the same wavelength, everyone in the perfectly same rhythm to the organization is the most important role of the leader. And this is how you bring the best potential out of yourself and everyone around. A leader must keep an eye on the greater good, the bigger goal, the long term objective. And at the same time, he needs to be very keen on the minor detailing and loopholes. For the education sector, we are working on the youth, and it's a very, very pious job. And because this is the youth who is going to serve the nation, they are going to be the service providers of tomorrow. So we cannot afford to not deliver. So we are working on the youth, which is the future of the country. Therefore, I believe in commitment, conviction, out of box things, thinking, and extreme discipline. This is how we develop, we are developed and how we develop everyone here at Gyan University.
Thank you, ma'am. So, going ahead with the next question, I would like to ask you, how does the university enhances the skill of the faculty and prepares them according to the industrial standards?
So, faculties are the most important tool of any educational institution. We have to ensure the best quality outcomes from the faculty. Our very profound vision statement, of Suresh Gandhi University, it says that to engage and retain the outstanding faculty. And that is what remains the guiding principle while recruiting, retaining, and training our faculty. So let us see around all the renowned world class universities. All the university and institutions are known by their people, their procedure. Right from the entry procedure, we are keen on getting the best from the market. University is having a very dedicated academic staff college, which is very keen to plan various faculty development courses. There are, plenty of the refresher courses, interdisciplinary courses, orientation programs, short-term courses with a wide spectrum of the topics to train all the faculties technologically with the points of the industrial connect. One of the strongest points that makes our faculty outstand is the excellent research aptitude. There was a survey, an international survey was done by the Spanish National Research Council, and it declared its international transparent ranking 2 years back of the university based upon the Google Scholar citations. So, Suryaikanda University stood at the 34th rank in India. And this is the cumulative contribution of the faculty and the kind of the vision university is working on. University is having, various other tie-ups, like we are having tie-up with Google, IBM, Harvard Business School Publishing, Bombay Stock Exchange. We are having many labs which are supported by the industries like Cisco Lab, Bosch, labs. So various, another thing is various foreign universities are also our academic partners. Faculties are, getting continuously involved in studying the simulations, case studies which are powered by HPSP. This is a, very unique opportunity they are getting, and they're polishing the skills. And our IBM types in training the trainers, continuously the trainers are being trained in the T3 programs, and they are, getting updated in and advanced training in various technologies of the IBM, which is keeping the faculty best updated in their field. Similarly, we are having our own internal learning management system, the other ERP based systems in various administrative departments. Yeah, it's very interesting to know that these are developed, maintained, and successfully run by the faculties only. This makes us a kind of the ecosystem where the faculty is learning, making the student learn, and then, they are presenting the commercial and practical solutions back to the university. Our important, academic training partners like Google has offered, many courses like Google Digital Unlock. The faculties are doing these courses. Another interesting thing is Android Basic, Android Advanced, Google Cloud. These courses are being undertaken by the faculties. We recently had a tie-up with the Coursera, and you must be aware that this is one of the platform which offers to build the skills with wide range of the courses, certificates, degree online from the world class universities and companies. So during the lockdown, 100% faculty had enrolled for the various courses with Coursera, and approximately 150 courses has been, completed by the faculty till date. And that is why our this, ahead of the time approach helps us to, switch on to the total online digital education within 5 days of this unprecedented lockdown in March during this COVID outbreak. And within a week, we were full on at our LMS classes, virtual laboratories, digital trainings, internships. And this was only possible because of the spirit of the faculty, and they were already well trained over all these tools. And further, if I've been talking about how they're good in their research, so I would like to, inform that they're continuously writing their research reports, their proposals during the lockdown. Also, they have been maintaining the same spirit. The faculty went on to prepare the maps and the GIS data relating to the novel coronavirus COVID-19. We went on to work on the novel therapeutic development, screening existing libraries and identifying potential hits for the drug development. So this is not the individual thought process of the faculty. This is the outcome of all the training that has been provided, the kind of the vision we are working on, and this is how this further penetrates to the students also. They also get benefited by such important faculty activities. So recently also our faculty is working on replacing some of the Chinese apps which have been banned by the government recently. So this is how each faculty in Jamnagar is a role model and is highly equipped, either in one of the skill, like maybe they are more bent toward grooming themselves in the industrial connect. So these all these tie-ups, industrial tie-ups, help them if they are interested more in skilling into research. So we have the international class and the very sophisticated research laboratories which help them do so. And this is how they are being groomed very efficiently to guide, direct, and supervise the student, and particularly to inform them the best in the industry. This is what is our method.
That's great, ma'am. And the next question is, with the competition so high, like how do you prepare your student to survive in such a competitive scenario?
Yeah, that's really a very challenging thing. And Suresh Gandhi University is a student-centric university. All our processes they converge into students and their welfare. So yes, it is a competitive world. We have to ensure that our student is best suited to the world. We ensure the best academic support through the faculties, through the personal tutors who are always there to nurture them. Our LMS, that is learning management system, makes our learning 24/7. I mean, all the resources are in the hand of the student. He's not dependent upon anyone that to learn I have to go at this time into the class and then only I can learn. There's so many plenty of the digital libraries and many other things available to the person, to the student on hand. Our, as I mentioned already, our academic tie-ups with the industry like Bosch, Cisco, Google, IBM, HBSP, BSc, this keeps them updated as per the industrial needs. Our international tie-ups, like we are having many foreign universities which are providing continuous opportunities for global exposures. Our internal practices are also very well thought of, like our sports facility is very wonderful. The kind of the infrastructure we have developed, the community clubs, the collegiate system, which is a very unique and I think one of its kind system that Gandhar University is providing to the student. We are offering them the service learning options. Experimental learning is also a part of the curriculum. We are helping the student by the spiritual studies for mindfulness. Creative writing and thinking is another very novel program we have come up with. Entrepreneurship development, already a very well established lab over here, and in which many students have been benefited. And we are having very active IPR cells also. So these, what are these things? These whole things, the academic, administrative, and extracurricular, and top up things. These all things together are creating a balanced input of everything, which is required to develop them with a perfect blend of academics, practicals, aesthetics, morality, and intellect. So that when he comes out of the university, he does not turn up into a job seeker, but becomes an overall personality who is capable and employable and have the confidence and conviction in his own traits to face and fit perfectly in the competitive world. So, this is a very strategic and a methodological program by which we work. And yes, it is quite evident in our product. The students are really doing, wonderful. Our alumni base is very strong.
Okay, ma'am. And being at this position, ma'am, like what do you think your role and responsibilities are towards the students and the university?
So actually, more or less, I've already given the answer in last of your two questions. So my role is to ensure all the things that I have just elaborated to you. That is this faculty development thing as well as the student holistic development plan. So I ensure that it is said and done with 100% efficiency. As far as the teaching and learning is concerned, I ensure that the designing, updating, delivery of all the undergraduate, graduate, and professional degree programs and the sequencing of the study is, at the best and is well placed. We implement and multiple effective teaching approaches and styles, and which are appropriate to the student learning and needs and outcome. And it's a very dynamic process. It keeps on changing. So this is what the major duty of my department is to ensure that we provide timely advice on the academic and career choices for the students. As far as the research and discovery is concerned, we develop, a very concrete research agenda which is appropriate to the needs of the academic disciplines and fields of the knowledge. What is the demand of the society? What are the interests and abilities of the students and the faculties? So, and presently, I would like to share that we are encouraging research and actual solutions in the sustainable development goals, also, which are well known as SDGs. We are conducting and supporting sustained scholarly research to enhance and advance human knowledge and other academic disciplines. So overall, my job here is to determine policies and procedures which provide the best recruitments, best trainings, best kind of the socialization, development, performance assessment, and this graduation of the student, this step by step holistic graduation of the student. So therefore, this holistic student plan and implementation is one of the major part of my job here.
Okay, man. And as we all are aware of the situation which is going on right now because of COVID, what suggestions would you like to give to the current aspiring youth in these tough times?
Now, yes, it is the unprecedented time, but I am a very dangerous optimist, and I believe that this is the time that will bring the best opportunity. And it is just a pause, it's not a stop. And what are the students doing? They are already on roll and they're doing some of the courses. The courses are still to complete apart from the batch which is just passing out. And the students who are on roll, they have plenty of the time. This is the time that they need to create the best value, and that we keep on complaining in the other times that I want to do this, I want to do that, but I'm short of time. But this is the time when we have lesser distractions because we are lesser socializing. We are not, most of the people are at home, uh, youngsters or the students, I would say, rather. The youth now must focus on their physical, mental and emotional well-being. This is a time to not just take it like for granted. We should be very wise in our choices right now. Youth must remain fit and go for the healthy choices. They must protect themselves. They must strengthen their academic studies, and they must consult their academic mentors and plan what are the soft skill, the technological skill they can polish. They must remain quite stress free. There is nothing to worry about. So whatever we think, we create that. If we day and night ponder over, I'm fearing, I'm having doubts or I'm having anxiety, we create that only. And if we ponder on the self improvisation, optimism, hard work, we'll create success and shining time ahead. There is actually nothing to worry about. Everything is created by our lives, and our lives have unlimited potential to overcome everything also. And what is interesting, that the whole world is looking at us, seeing that we are the maximum young population. India is a young country, so youth is our strength. So they have to actually understand that they're going to be the leaders. I believe that they have unlimited potential. There is actually nothing to wrong about this time also. Why it has come, we need to understand what we need to do, how we need to maybe we were taking so many things for granted, like we were taking it things will be coming to me so easily and naturally. So this is the time that the youth must understand that they must advance, they must polish themselves, and they must believe in themselves. So I would actually, my whole good wishes to the young people out there, and I believe that they're going to do really wonderful.
The last question is, what are some of the biggest challenges you see both for higher education, especially for Suresh Gan Vihar University?
Hmm. So, right now the biggest challenge for education and, on the whole, including higher education in India, is to digitalize and virtualize the education experience. So, we have to understand that we have to keep the best standards as well as we have to digitalize the education because of this huge population we are having, and apart from this prevailing and every day increasing the COVID situation, whereby we cannot risk the lives also. So biggest challenge is now to not only give 100%, but to actually give the 200% to the students, because the biggest challenge is to connect the students more with this mode of the education as an education providers that we are. So we at Gyan Vihar is quite well placed, as I have been discussing, that we already have quite a lot of the part of our educational experience which was quite digital already. We have been on the learning management system since 2012. All our lecture plans, all our academic materials, our assignments, our weekly test, and our many other procedures are already going quite smoothly for last 8 years online. So, then I also shared in my interview that how within a 5 days we could easily shift to the online mode of total online mode of the classes, virtual laboratories, digital things and everything. So this was how we were quite well placed as we are talking about this. Also, next of our challenge was we were already good in online, but how do we ensure the best quality of the online delivery? So for that also we further worked on our syllabus and its orientation, because once you are teaching a student face to face and when you are teaching online, just what is your syllabus, and what is the interaction in the syllabus, how it is oriented is very important. Then the organization of the syllabus, what is the navigation I'm following while delivering it, how are my assessment procedures, what is the student feedback, which has to be taken very frequently while you're on the online mode of the teaching. What is the kind of the communication we are doing, how is the interaction level, what is the accessibility and usability. It's a very, very important thing. Our students are spread over all over the country. Some of them also come from some remote areas as well. Our students are even many of them are international also, cross borders also, like from Nepal, Bhutan also they are having students. So this accessibility and usability was also another challenge. And let me inform that today 100% faculty and students of Gyan Vihar are totally on the digital mode of the learning very successfully. They are joining all the classes and everything. And one of the recent thing that the mechanical department did was they conducted a virtual industrial trip to Tata Steel plant in Odisha, and they learned how the thermal power plant is working over there. So we were among the very few universities whose academic processes did not disrupt due to the COVID disruption. We went on to complete all the syllabus by April end, and we conducted 100% examination of all the classes in the month of the July. And now, almost all the results are also over. The students have, joyously and very successfully graduated from one class to the another class. And there is no of the confusion that, whether the exams are going to happen or not. And we have already started the next semester, and quite a course has also been, finished by now. So digitalization was not much of the challenge for us, but yes, as I said, keeping the students connected, keeping the student having the same or a better educational experience on the digital mode is a challenge for every one of us. So, however, I feel that because this is a time when you need to be on your toes, you need to be always adding something or else to the system, and we need to grow every single day. So, whoever will think of the longer vision, how the face of the education, what are the expectations of the student, parents, stakeholders, our recruiters, and everything around is going to change. So the faster we'll think, the more innovative solutions in education we bring, the better it is for us and for the students on the whole. So I believe this is going to be the major thing that we will be working on in the days to come.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us your valuable time, ma'am, and sharing your thoughts on the education industry. And so we thank you.
Looking forward for better associations with College Dunia, and how we can further educate and aware the students in this time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.